What's going on? It's Johnny for TropicalFishGuide.com. Today we're going to talk about what do betta fish eat. Bettas are insectivores, meaning that they eat insects. They need a meat-based diet, and they do like a variety of foods, just like us. We don't want to eat the same thing all the time. I feed my betta fish, a variety of food. One of the staple foods, let's see, getting old too, let's see here. The staple food that I feed him is Betta Buffet Flakes from Omega 1. This is a really good food. If you look at the ingredients, it's got stuff that better than I eat. Let's see it. Salmon, whole herring, whole shrimp, halibut is the first four ingredients. Is that cool or what? I mean, so it does a good job for bettas, being a meat-based diet. 43% protein. Protein is very important for bettas. Bettas. It's the right way. I say bettas. You know, come on, whatever. Another food that I feed is the pellets. Now these pellets here, you gotta be careful feeding these pellets, because you want to gently place it on top of the water, because they sink if you don't feed them. I'll show you how to do that. I feed them one at a time, so you gotta be real careful. Also, you can get the high carry floating pellets. Those are pretty good, except they're kind of filler. They have fish meal and then just some wheat stuff, but every now and then it's okay because bettas like them. The next thing I feed, okay, so those are flake and pellets, right? Dry food. The next type of food is freeze-dried food. So freeze-dried bloodworms, and they love bloodworms. The way to do this is to soak these first. Well, you're supposed to soak them and then break them open with toothpick or something, and let all the air bubbles come out if you're doing the freeze-dried. And then also, finally, let's see here, I give every now and then, because I've got other fish in there too, is just the Tetra Tropical Color Flakes. All of them love that. The betta, he doesn't like the red ones for some reason. I don't know why. But color, the bloodworms, the pellets, and the flakes. Okay. Oh, and the special treat for the betta that he loves is frozen bloodworms. And you got to thaw them out and mix them up a little bit. Ideally, put them in a worm feeder, but I just put a couple on top of the fish tank, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a second. But let me show you what this is what it looks like right here. The San Francisco Bay brand bloodworms, and these come in cubes. I mean, this pack right here is going to last you forever, maybe over a year or so. I mean, we just crack open a cube and just maybe have just like a little chunk off of it, and you put it in water, and I'll show you how to do that. And if you can get a hold of some live bloodworms or live brine shrimp, not really brine shrimp, never mind, I said brine shrimp, mine doesn't like brine shrimp, but live bloodworms or tubifex worms, they would go crazy over that. But you got to be careful about where you get them, because they can carry diseases and stuff if they're not raised properly or some stuff like that. But I never give them live food, simply because it's inconvenient. And these frozen do just as well. So I will show you how to prepare the freeze-dried foods and the frozen foods right now. All right, so feeding freeze-dried bloodworms to bettas. Okay, so this bottle, I like Omega 1,
very much. I trust the brand. This bottle right here, this is the 0.11 ounce, and it's got plenty of food. This is going to last me forever. How you want to prepare the bloodworms is you just want to take a few pieces, because I'm going to feed some frozen too. Take a few pieces. You want to get little, get a little bitty dish here. This is one of those faux cups, or you can use one of these measuring cups as well. I'll show you this one so just because you can see it better. I just add a couple of bloodworms in there, put the cap back on. This is a good product here. Like I said before, it's got ingredients, bloodworms. The protein level is real good, 55%. Betta fish like the protein. So you want to leave these setting out here for a little while. What you want to do is you want to take I've got a skewer here, but you can take a toothpick if you got one and just poke it down like that. What you want to do is you want to kind of split it open, make them bite-sized, because sometimes they stick out of the beta's mouth. You want to cut them a little bit like this so they soak up, and you don't want to ideally feed them without soaking, because they can kind of expand in the beta's gut, and if you overfeed it'll like blow it up. But you'd be okay if you just crush them up. What I do sometimes is I like crush them up and just dump them in the tank, because I don't overfeed, so you'll see that in a little bit. But let these soak for a little while, cut them open, let them soak up the water, and then we'll be ready to feed, and I will take out the frozen and show you how to prepare that food as well. So for the frozen bloodworms, these last forever too. One of these chunks will, could feed, maybe 10 or 20 different betas, but I'm just going to take out one of these chunks and bust out a little piece and show you how much I feed. So pop out one of these little, pull it out of the sleeve, pop out one of these chunks here, and then just pick off a little bit of chunk off there, and I'll show you. I need both hands to do it. So when you pop it out, it comes like this, and like I said, that thing can feed a whole bunch of them. So what I do is I kind of like break off a chunk, and I have to do it with both hands, but just break off just a little bit until you get just a couple of bloodworms into your little cup there. And I'll do that right now. Alright, so I broke off a little chunk, and see how much of this cube is left, and I just broke off a few pieces there. The secret is you don't want to overfeed your fish ever at all. I'm going to put this back into this pouch here, but another tip is to, once you put it back in there, it's not going to stay good obviously, so wrap the whole thing in a Ziploc bag to keep it fresh. Okay, so I got two sizes of Ziploc bags, this tiny size here, and the big size, and the regular size. This is a sandwich size, and this is a snack size. So I'm going to put the cube in the snack size, and then I'm going to stick it all into the sandwich size. The cube, nicely zipped in this double Ziploc bag here, so I can reuse that one. It's going to last forever. I mean, that one cube will last me 10 feedings easy. And then I want to put the opened package into this other double Ziploc. Make sure that it zips nice and tight. You know how to zip a Ziploc. So you stick it back in the freezer so it doesn't spoil, or it doesn't stink up your other food. And I'll do that better once I put this camera down. And then you're ready to feed. So there's like, you can see like 3 or 4 pieces of the freeze dried, what I'm going to feed first. Because if you feed the frozen first, they're not going to want to eat the freeze dried. So I'll show you how that's done. All right, so I'm going to feed little Rosie here. There he is. Some of these bloodworms. The first I'm going to pick out you can use tweezers or tongs or whatever, but I've been doing this long enough. I'm just going to pick out some of these bloodworms here. Set these in the water right there. There you go. And he's going to nicely munch on those. You can see he really loves those things. He's going to town. He loves those things, and he's looking for more. Looking for more. He's finishing up his meal there, and he loves that. Look at that, huh? Look at that, you little gorge. Okay, we don't want to overfeed him. Maybe I don't feed the frozen ones. I should have broke those up maybe a little bit more, but that's okay. You can tell from the little stomach he's got right there that that he can still eat some more. He's still hungry. It looks like he's flapping his fins. He's coming to me like, "Hey man, come on, dude." And you can see, okay, that's all right. He's not too overgorged. He's not overgorged at all. You can see his little stomach there. Yep, right underneath his fins, that they're not gorged at all. So I'm going to take some of this. I'm going to take some of these. Can't do it very well with one hand, but I'm going to drop that in there. Oops. And watch him go after it. Boom. It's gonna go up there. There's a lot. There's the frozen. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. And I could have broke that up a little bit better. You know, I probably should have, but you know, I was focusing on showing you guys. But that's about, and he's going to keep going after that for a while. That's about 4 or 5 pieces, and you can look at his little abdomen there, right there. It's still okay. Look at that, huh? Look at that. He loves that, doesn't he? He doesn't want to let go. But he sees another piece over there. See what he's going to do. What's he going to do? Is he going to drop that one? Look at that. Look at that. So he's sucking the nutrients out of that. And he's trying to snap it off. And suck it back in. But he's still got plenty of stomach left. And he's going after it. Look at that. He's going after it. Oh, bam. He loves that stuff. I mean, this is like heaven for him, right? He's going to suck that down. He's going to keep that in his mouth, and he'll probably try to take another piece. Yep, look at that. Boom. He took another piece while eating that piece. How about that, huh? See how crazy this little feller is? Yeah, he likes that. And he's even looking for more, I'll tell you what. But that, you can see his abdomen getting bigger. So once he's done with this one, I will stop feeding, because it is not good to overfeed. But it's kind of fun to watch, isn't it? To watch him eat. And you can see the little water particles and stuff, because I had earlier dumped some crushed coral in there to raise the pH. But everything's good. Water's good. He's happy. We're going to keep watching him until he finishes off his meal. Look at that, huh? That's a little Rosie right there. Yep. Oh, he loves it. Look at that. He loves it. He loves it. He's not going to let go of that little piece. Those are San Francisco Bay frozen bloodworms. And Omega 1 freeze-dried bloodworms. And of course they like the frozen better. Of course they like the live the best, but I'm not accessible to any live bloodworms that I know of around here. Live in the Dallas area, but it's pretty, it's very convenient to just use the freeze-dried or the frozen. Frozen, you have to prepare a little bit. Freeze-dried, you got to prepare a little bit. But, in all honesty, sometimes on the freeze-dried, I just crunch them up and throw them in a tank without soaking them. Probably shouldn't tell you to do that because if you overfeed, it could pop the gut a little bit. But the secret is do not overfeed. Do not overfeed. So, look at that, huh? He is... Oh, he's going to go after another... Oh, he just took down another one while eating that one. Oh, my goodness. And he's going to spit that out and suck it back in. Look at that. Look at that voracious appetite. Look at that. Look at that. Is that cool or what? He's happy. He's just playing with it, huh? He's just playing with it. He's just playing with it. He loves that thing, huh? Look at that, huh? And pretty soon he's going to suck it down. There's a few pieces left that he's going to go after. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? He is going to take down a couple of pieces while he's still eating. Getting breath. Coming back for more. He's like, hey dude, feed me some more, man. Come on. I see you out there. I see you there. And they're aware of you. They know where you're at. But that's it for today. I think that he's had enough. You can see his belly bulging a little bit, and that's about as much as I'm going to feed him. A lot of people say you can feed him more, but you can tell he's pretty full and he's pretty happy. He's still going. If you feed them too much and they lay on the ground sucking air, that's a bad thing. You don't want to treat them like that. You just want to keep them a little bit, you want to satisfy them, of course, but keep them a little bit hungry. That's fine. That's just like in the wild, right? So there you have it. Tropical fish guy, feeding the betta, freeze-dried and frozen food. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the like button and the bell notification, and I'll be... and thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I will put links to the different fish foods that I use in the description and on the site. So check me out, and thanks for watching again. Peace out.